Oh man, I hate this guy.
All right. So the Epstein files have been an ongoing thing. Did he kill himself? Did he not? Was he a secret agent working for the CIA? What does he know? Personally, I believe everything the government says. I think Epstein must have killed himself and that there are no secret files.
You're terrified. They're not listening to us. They're very much listening to us. I don't care. Let out the truth. At the end of the day, something doesn't seem right here.
Yes.
It's all fishy, man.
Okay.
It's all fishy. Let's go through the DOJ memo. They released it earlier this month. This is essentially the DOJ and the FBI concluding the investigation. We're not going to read the whole thing, but we did link it down below, so go ahead and read it yourself. We're just going to pick out the highlighted parts, which we deem to be important.
Yeah, we're giving you the greatest hits. Yes. As part of our commitment to transparency, the Department of Justice and the Federal Bureau of Investigation have conducted an exhaustive review of investigative holdings relating to Jeffrey Epstein to ensure that the review was thorough, blah, blah, blah. These searches uncovered a significant amount of material, including more than 300 gigabytes of data and physical evidence.
And not once did you see a client list? Carry on.
The files relating to Epstein include a large volume of images of Epstein, images and videos of victims who are either minors or appear to be minors, and over 10,000 downloaded videos and images of illegal child sex abuse material and other pornography. That's crazy.
So the thing is, this is used quite often, but carry on.
Much of the material is subject to court-ordered sealing. Only a fraction of this material would have been aired publicly had Epstein gone to trial, as the seal served only to protect victims and did not expose any additional third parties to allegations of illegal wrongdoing. The systematic review revealed no incriminating client list. There was also no credible evidence found that Epstein blackmailed prominent individuals as part of his actions. We did not uncover evidence that could predicate an investigation against uncharged third parties.
They dedicated an entire paragraph to answer the very questions at which everybody was harking at.
Well, to be clear, it's only like 2 sentences, but yeah. Sensitive information relating to these victims is intertwined throughout the materials. Perpetuating unfounded theories about Epstein serves neither of those ends. After thorough investigation, FBI investigators concluded that Jeffrey Epstein committed suicide in his cell at the Metropolitan Correctional Center in New York City on August 10th, 2019. Then why was a minute missing?
So going back to it, I said it was important to recognize that they made a comment, and that's the sensitive material that was within all of this data that they found.
Yeah.
Like, we all agree that something here is fishy. And so I think that they utilize the sensitive material in protecting the people. And I get it, protect the people. But I know there's ways you can get around that and still share the list.
We don't, any rational, sane person does not care about the victim list. No one wants the victim list. Blur those names out. We want the people who perpetrated stuff against those victims.
Yeah, and so what I'm trying to say is that they repeat it multiple times, and even in person when they're talking about this, it's like, oh, we can't release this because it's all sensitive. And I'm like, no, there's dirty people in here. You do not want that to get out, and so you've shut this up.
Yep.
Like, randomly. And it doesn't make sense, because the whole Trump campaign, everything leading back to 2019 when they figured out this whole scandal, everybody was adamant about getting this information out, and all of a sudden they make a full 180 and they're like, oh, actually we can't. Oh, actually nothing exists.
Let's go down memory lane, shall we, and see what they used to say about the Epstein files.
Would you declassify the Epstein files?
Yeah, I would.
All right.
Granted, there was a little bit of hesitation there.
There was, but he said yes. He plainly said yes. Now let's look at Dan Bongino, who is the, what's his title?
He's Deputy Director of the FBI.
Okay.
That Jeffrey Epstein story is a big deal. Please do not let that story go. Keep your eye on this.
Okay, Dan Bongino. Will do.
Copy that.
Now, Cash.
You got to say, Cash.
Now, Cash Patel.
Work with me on this issue so we know who worked with Jeffrey Epstein in building these sex trafficking rings.
Absolutely, Senators. Child sex trafficking has no place in the United States of America, and I will do everything, if confirmed as FBI director, to make sure the American public knows the full weight of what happened in the past and how we are going to countermand missing children and exploited children going forward.
Agreed. Yes. Now let's look at Pam Bondi.
The DOJ may be releasing the list of Jeffrey Epstein's clients. Will that really happen?
It's sitting on my desk right now to review. That's been
cool. She has the list. They just got to review it. They got to probably, redact certain information so that, the victims don't get hurt. Cool. But
just a few days ago, all
when
that
they released
radio
literally
silent.
They've released literally nothing
substantial. They've released nothing substantial.
Yes, thank you.
Yes. There's some flight records they released and a couple other documents that we don't care about. There's nothing about this.
Your memo and release yesterday on Jeffrey Epstein, it left some lingering mysteries. One of the biggest ones is whether he ever worked for a American or foreign intelligence agency. The former
like
Labor
the CIA?
Secretary was, Miami U.S. Attorney Alex Costa. He allegedly said that he did work for an intelligence agency. So could you resolve whether or not he did? And also, could you say why there was a minute missing from the jailhouse tape?
Yes, that's very suspicious.
Yeah, sure. If I
Pam,
could,
could I just interrupt for
Sure.
1 second?
Nope.
Mr. Trump.
Let Pam
Are you
just go.
still talking about Jeffrey Epstein? This
Yes.
guy's been talked about for years. You're asking, we have Texas, we have this, we have all of the things. And are people still talking about this guy, this
Yes.
creep? That is unbelievable.
Because nobody's been brought to justice. So yes, we are still
Exactly.
talking about it. And now let's go to Dan Bongino.
No,
Deputy-
just for the sake of timeline, though, right? What we're about to hear from Dan Bongino and Kash Patel was like maybe about a month ago in an interview. That what we saw from Trump was like maybe a couple days ago.
He killed himself. You want me to get? I've seen the whole file. He killed himself.
Bongino says, no, it's okay. I've seen the files. Oh, well, that puts my heart at ease.
Totally, yeah.
I totally agree with Cenk. What do you mean you saw?
So, like,
We need
case
to see
closed?
the files. What happened?
Yeah.
He killed himself. Also, if you watch that full interview, it really does look like off camera. There's some guy pointing an AR at him and like is ready to fire if he says the wrong thing. Have
He
you seen
looked freaking nervous.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's crazy. Kash Patel was also in that interview, also acting shady. He also thinks it's a clear-cut, closed case, no more to see, even though nothing
Substantial
has been found.
And they expect us to believe this.
Yes, and now Pam Bondi. So here's how she cleans up what she said before about how she had the client list on her desk. She didn't say the
There's
client
a
list.
video we just watched, by the way.
I was asked a question about the client list, and my response was, it's sitting on my desk to be reviewed, meaning the file, along with the JFK, MLK files
Of
as
course.
well.
So she
Political
says, I mean,
jargon.
it's a clever. She's cleaning it up very cleverly. She's saying,
Yeah,
I was asked about the list, but I responded, meaning the file. Ooh, semantics, dude. Oh, that pisses me
All right.
off.
Okay, but to that point, to stay on that, Her Take did a similar topic on this, and they pulled up a few examples, and time again, she did say the files. I don't think once she said the client list from what I heard.
She was asked about the client list.
I know, but she was smart with the files. So it almost leads me to believe, and it kind of leads into the next point.
That you believe her? She genuinely just misspoke?
Absolutely not. I'm thinking this was all a political ploy in the beginning to get everybody all excited about this whole Epstein thing for the Republicans so that they can get the people. But they all knew they were never going to release the files. This is all conspiracy theory, by the way.
Here's my
and so it leads to like this affiliation that everybody with power had with Epstein. And so look,
if we're doing conspiracy theories, here's mine.
Okay, let's hear it.
I don't actually believe this, but like this is just something that popped in my head, and you took the good one. So here's the other conspiracy theory. Here's the other conspiracy theory is they are playing 4D chess. They are putting people's minds at ease, saying, "Oh, the case is closed, no more to see," while in the background they do the real investigation and they get them. That's
So was it going to be this infiltration among themselves?
Yeah, so like everybody who's on that list is like, "Oh, I can relax now. I'm good." But that's
Okay,
when we
let's
strike.
play into that a little bit. How cool would it be like all of a sudden you just started seeing heads drop off from positions?
Would be very sick. I don't think it's gonna happen, but you took the good
Doubt it,
conspiracy
right.
theory, so I have to go with that one. All right.
Okay, but look at all the people Epstein was affiliated with. You got Trump.
We have a list. Go ahead.
Yeah, at least it's a short list. You have Trump, you have Harvey Weinstein, that is big. You have Bill Clinton, you have what's that guy's name?
Prince
Bill Gates.
Andrew. I thought you had a list. Why aren't you? We have a list.
Sorry, I was looking at Bill Gates and I couldn't get his name for whatever reason.
Okay.
So I was going down the images.
I was just wondering
All
why
right.
you were struggling. We run it down, but sure. Keep going.
Prince Andrew, Alan Dershowitz, Ghislaine Maxwell, Leslie Wexner, and these are all high dollar people.
We think they're all in some way, shape, or form connected. I don't know.
Yeah.
Allegedly. Let's just say that.
Allegedly. So the thing is,
But if it's true,
They're gonna
Epstein
put this
had
to sleep.
ties to these people, even if these people did nothing, like let's say Bill Gates literally just hung out with him, I do think that would still be detrimental if that came out. Even if he did nothing illegal, he still doesn't want to be affiliated with it. Therefore, he will still do everything in his power to cover it up as well. You get me?
But are you referring to just hanging out with him? Because there's a picture of him standing right next to him. Like, you think there'd be more beyond that?
Anybody who's affiliated in any way, shape, or form with that would go down, and that wouldn't be good for them either.
It's the affiliation that's just going to bring you down. Just the affiliation alone.
So even
is
those
enough to
people
tear
who
you
did
down.
nothing wrong and the people who did do something wrong, both of those people are fighting to keep it a secret, probably.
I
So
know.
it's insane. It's a double whammy.
All in all, to kind of close this out, I am a bit disappointed. I was kind of a bit hopeful. Like, everybody was so gung-ho about bringing this whole list out, taking this down, receiving justice. But I get it. It was naive to trust that they were going to do
I think
that.
from the beginning, though, we kind of knew like nothing was going to come out of it. And anyway,
Yes, some part of me believed that, but
yes,
it sucks.
And now we're sad. But to lighten our mood, we shall go ahead and once again respin the wheel before we move on to our next topic.
Da-da-da. And I spin.